Good evening, my impatience. It is I, Andrew the Android Koloski here. How art thou? How are you guys doing? I hope you will join and engage with me. So I'm going to start off here sharing. I don't know why I laughed. I don't know. I'm going to start off here sharing some artwork that I created and that my mother created. I hope you enjoy the artwork that I'm gonna proceed. We got Lily in the house. Hey Lily, how you doing? She says it's Andrew K. Rockstar. Hey, what is up? So the first one, you see me with my brain on fire, and I say, moisten my mind. The causes of brain on fire are solitude, lack of love, financial dependency, social media pipe dream, everyone rejecting me, hostile dependency, fear of the real world, being a man child. I have to save myself. No one is coming to rescue me. I have to moisten my own mind. The next one, my mama, says, make your own food, do your own bills, live your own life. Is she a deceiver? Is she two-faced? Let's call a spade a spade. Your own means you're on Vandersloot. There's a double meaning. My mother and stepfather tortured me because they are sexual sadists. They are monsters. Dr. Natural says this is predicate logic and ideas of reference, not dog whistling and narcissistic baiting. And the last is my mother's green bunny. Otto Greenberg, who is a low functioning mental patient who's 40 and is a caricature of me. The mom says, here is dinner. It's Franken beans. Otto says it's the same bland, cancer-causing trash. You're cooking without love. It's worse than prison food. They eat better in third world countries like Africa. Dr. Natural says, cook your own food. She cooks as a favor to you. Somebody says, did your mother scribble the letters? My mother scribbled most of the words. I think the only one that I wrote is the Otto, same bland, cancer-causing trash. I mean, the story was written by me, but my mother wrote it. I mean, I created the story basically. So he says, how do you get her to do these? Well, we sit together. Me and my mother sit together, and we draw artwork. And I give her an idea. You know, obviously Otto Greenberg is, you know, the character we're developing, and she draws my idea usually. And she often, you know, uses the text I suggest, if not the majority of the time. Somebody said, I think the art style, what is drawn, the pictures of the bunny and Otto and the mom is my mother. The story comes from me. So it's kind of like I Am a Bunny by Ol Rysam and Richard Scarry. I don't know who the illustrator is. I guess Richard Scarry is the person. Let's just say Richard Scarry is the person who draws the picture, and Ol Rysam writes the story. So I'm kind of the storyline writer. My mother's kind of, or it could be like a comic book. You know, somebody writes the storyline to the comic book. Somebody illustrates the comic book. That's how I see it, at least. My mother's more of the illustrator. I'm more of the storyline writer. I mean, there's examples of her, writing certain things and editing. I mean, somebody said, you know, obviously your mother writing, drawing. It's kind of like David Gilmour singing Roger Waters' songs. It's like Could anybody do it better than David Gilmour? Probably not. It's like George Costanza playing Larry David, you know? Something is lost. I mean, could anybody play George Costanza? It's could anybody play George Costanza better than Jason Alexander? No. And something is lost, If I tried to do my mother's artwork, it's like Jason Alexander playing Larry David. It's like David Gilmour singing Roger Waters' songs, if you know what I mean. My mother has something special about her that really enhances it, even though she's not the storyline writer. Does that make sense? Roger Waters is the lyricist behind Pink Floyd, but David Gilmour often sings a lot of the lyrics that he's written. The character George Costanza is basically Larry David, but Jason Alexander acts, as the character, Somebody says, how would you react if your mother finally got her big break from Green Bunny, if she got all the recognition and she became rich and famous? I don't think my mother, my mother always, growing up, she wanted to be an art teacher. So I would find it kind of comical because, it's like, congratulations, Christine, you finally got recognition in the art world. And the reason what you got recognition for is Green Bunny. That would make me chuckle a little bit because she always wanted to be an art teacher at a school, or she wanted to be, a corporate art teacher, like drawing little tea packagings. It's like, congratulations, your claim to fame is Green Bunny. It would make me chuckle. I think I would find it funny. No, I'm not saying my mother doesn't have artistic talent. She definitely does, but it would be funny if her claim to fame is Green Bunny, because I think she would rather, I don't know, be famous, get recognition from her sunsets and her little lemon drawings. Somebody says, your mother's claim to fame won't be Green Bunny. You know what? Somebody says, Green Bunny sucks. All right, even so. It's fun. It's a fun bonding experience between me and my mother. We sit out back, we socialize, and we get along when we're doing artwork together, usually. So even if Green Bunny sucks, it's a good bonding experience between us. Erie says, I like the art. I like the picture of the bunny, the mom, but not the story so much. All right, fair enough, Yuri. I am the storyline writer. My mother is the illustrator. Sometimes on like 20-degree days, we go in the house and draw together. But today we drew out back. But it's kind of better we draw out back anyway because the weather is so nice. The weather is so warm. So it really makes the artwork pop or come out better. Yeah. So I guess what we've come to the realization of is that my mother is David Gilmour or Jason Alexander. I'm Roger Waters or Larry David. I'm bored. What should I do today? Somebody says, Andrew expects his father to spend money that he doesn't have on him. Somebody says, you're bored? Get a job. Get a job, Andrew. Get a job stocking shelves, serving coffee. Why can't I get a job selling artwork? Why can't I get a job, for my artwork? Why can't I be a social media content creator? So he says, because it's elitist. Any middle class experience is subpar in his eyes. So he says, your art sucks. So he says, why did you flip out on Poppy yesterday? I didn't actually, I did on social media, but I didn't actually do it. We had a good day together in person. Where can I go? Well, I don't know. I don't know where to go. What to do? I know Nami is having a virtual, but I don't really find the Zoom sessions all that helpful. I like the in-person sessions where you engage with people in the real world in real life more than the digital sessions. But it's something to do, I guess, right? Maybe I could do the Zoom sessions for Nami. Somebody says never do Zoom sessions. It's a waste of time. Yeah, I guess I could. I don't know. I don't know what to do tonight. I'm bored. Anybody remember that commercial? I think it was for Fun Zone. I mean, I don't know if there's the Long Islanders out there who remember this, but you see a bunch of kids who are bored, and the kids are like, "We're so bored, mom," and the mom's like, "Bored? I got something fun for you to do. Strap in, kids!" And they all go to the Fun Zone amusement park. Anybody remember that commercial? I don't know. That's how I feel. I want to stimulate my mind. I want. Yeah, Erie says she doesn't remember that commercial. Okay, I mean then it is indeed a commercial that would air on TV in the '90s. Also, the Sears commercial for the it's so hot. Yesterday you said you'd call Sears. I'll call today. You'll call now. I don't know why I'm fucking advertising Sears. The air conditioning commercial about with the couple. Somebody says Peter says I remember these all over the East Coast. Yeah, they were the quirky commercials. The New York Islanders games have some pretty quirky commercials too. Oh, I want some human contact. Where can I go to get some human contact? I'm not going to be. I didn't see a friend yesterday. I didn't see a friend the day before that. I'm not going to be seeing a friend tomorrow. I might see a friend Saturday. Where can I go? What can I do? Abilify says, "You're 40 and you don't have anything to do and can't think of anything to do." I'm like, somebody says, "Have you considered going to a strip club?" I've actually never been to a strip club. I'm 37 years old and have never been to a strip club. Uh, I guess I don't want to share the story again of, how I made my friends drive me home instead of going inside a strip club because I felt a lot of shame. But that's a true story. Um, my friend was all pissed off. He's like, "Oh, I want to go in the strip club." I'm like, "No, take me home. Take me home." Somebody says, "Today is the day to go to a strip club." Today is the day to go to a strip club. Let's check out strip club. I still feel a lot of fucking shame going into a strip club. Strip clubs near Massapequa. Let's check out the strip clubs near Massapequa. There is Mirage Gentlemen's Lounge in Farmingdale, Gossip's Nightclub in Melville, and Billy Dean's Showtime Cafe in North Belmore. Let's see if there's any more. Yeah, those are the three close ones. Somebody says the strippers all probably have jobs and families now. Oh no, the guys that wanted to go inside the strip club, they probably all have jobs and families now. The strippers, they have a job. They're working as strippers. Billy Dean's got the best reviews. Where is Billy Dean's? It's in Belmore Commons. All right. Should I go? Should I go to a strip club for the first time in my life? I feel like I'll sit there awkwardly into a corner. Rusty says, go to Billy Dean's. Go to the strip club. What are the hours? 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. I'm usually in bed by 10 p.m., but it's open today. 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Somebody says the reviews say it's probably the best strip club on Long Island. I'm not going to be going, but it's open 10 p.m. tonight. Somebody says, tell the strippers about your OnlyFans too. Somebody says, get a 5-hour energy at 9 p.m. and go to that strip club. Somebody says, check out BDSM meetups in my area. BDSM meetups near Massapequa. No, not really. BDSM meetups near Massapequa. I don't know. So there's the Fetish Fortress in Chinatown. The Dungeon. Where's the Dungeon? The Dungeon is located. I don't know. There's a dungeon somewhere. Somebody says they will see that you are special and they will treat you special. They won't treat you with respect. Well, aren't a lot of the strippers special? And I mean, quite frankly, I don't think the best and brightest get into stripping. So maybe I could find true. You know, maybe a stripper will. I mean, nothing against strippers, but I don't think the best and the brightest get into stripping, right? I mean, maybe I'll be like, you know, Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool and wind up dating a stripper. You never know, and maybe we'll both live in our idiocy to like happily ever after, creating OnlyFans content together. You never know. So, if there's anything that makes you feel better, no women will want to date you, Andrew. No stripper will want to date you. Set your sights higher. No Long Island stripper will ever date you, Andrew. Aim higher than that. No, aim lower than that. Aim lower than that. Higher than that. That would be like a professional who's working as an accountant. Aim lower than that. Should I call my mother and tell her that I might go to a strip club at 10 p.m. for the reaction? Should I call me Madre and say, Mom, I think I'm going to go to the strip club at 10 p.m. tonight? And see what her reaction is. Dave says yes. Rusty says no. So he says, why do you have to tell your mother everything? So he says, no, just go to the strip club and tell your mom later. Erie says, call your mother. Let's see what my mother says. Okay. Let's call my mother here. Okay. Ring. Hey, Mama, I'm on with the inpatients, but I was talking with some people, and they were saying, do you think I should go to a strip club? It opens at 10 p.m. Billy Dean Strip Club in Belmore, and just see what it's like. I've never been to one. I mean, I know a lot of my friends have gone to strip clubs. I'm You think there's contamination risks? I know some of my friends. I don't want to name names here, but I know they go often, and I don't think they're contaminated with anything. That I don't think it. Yeah, I'm an adult male. Yes, right. I have contamination fears. You don't think going into the strip club's a good idea? Yeah, I mean, I'm frustrated, and I know some people said, you know, you know, like, it might be pleasurable, but you don't think going to a strip. Somebody says yeah. I mean, I've done nothing. I'm seeing a friend on Saturday, but I'm not see. I didn't see anybody yesterday. The day I saw Dad and you, but all right, go to mental health recovery groups. Don't go to strip clubs. Yeah, go to socialization places in the mental health community. Don't go to strip clubs. All right. I'll talk to you later, Mama. Bye bye. Okay, somebody says hang up the phone and go to the strip club. Say fuck the mental health program. Go get a lap dance. So he says, it's your mother. She's been doing it. She's keeping you from living. She's keeping you from a girlfriend. She's keeping you from riches and flame. It's your mother's fault. Yep, I'm probably not going to go to the strip club tonight, quite frankly, but I want to do something, and I'm really frustrated. And it would be pleasurable to get a lap dance. I'm not going to lie. Um, Somebody says you might have anxiety about it too. You might feel shame in a way and anxiety and feel awkward. Like I would like lurk around the strip club kind of creepily, like, ooh, this is weird. Am I allowed to go inside? It was kind of like when I was 18 years old and was like ashamed to buy toilet paper and condoms. It's kind of like I've never been in a strip club before, and I don't really know, what it would be like. Maybe I should just go in there. You know. Somebody said it might be an experience. Do you tip the strippers? What do you do? I'm probably not going to go. Actually, I think there's a 1% chance I'm going to go. Somebody says, who knows? Maybe you'll run into somebody at the strip club, and maybe they can guide you. Maybe I'll reach out to some of my friends from years ago who I knew. And I can say to them, can you help me? I don't want to share the experience with another dude, but I mean, I kind of need guidance. What do I do in a strip club? Somebody says, definitely tip. I hear they prefer if you make it rain. Somebody says, bring your mother and have your mother teach you, how to tip strippers. And that would be like, romance. I mean, not to say you don't really have romance with the stripper, but that would be embarrassing. Somebody says, the first of the month, your disability check comes. Cash the check and make it rain for the strippers. Somebody says, we need to have the Dookie Bus have a field trip to the strip club. Somebody says, I heard in the past, fathers used to take their sons to the strip club. Why didn't your father do that for you? To be honest with you, I always found talking about sex to be really awkward with my father. He was very prudish when it came to that. So, I found. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna. I mean, I could go to a strip club. What do I got to lose? Somebody says, you'll get contamination fears. But what do I really got to lose? So somebody says you're not gonna be having intimacy. What I mean, a lap dance, you can't get anything from that. Just wear thick pants and somebody says strip clubs have a no touch rule. Somebody says do an hour, Andrew. Somebody says tip the strippers, tip them really good and see what happens. We got Brain Dead in the house. I hate your name. I hate your name, Brain Dead. It makes me think your name is a reference to me, and I'm brain dead. I don't think I'm brain dead. You got to change your name, Brain Dead, because I ain't brain dead. He says it's not a reference to you. I swear. Somebody says tip the strippers too much, and they follow you home and move in with you. Maybe I can get a nice stripper girlfriend. So he says Peter is telling the truth. Maybe I could get a nice girlfriend who's a stripper. That would be the dream come true, wouldn't it? That's everybody's dream come true. So says that's projection, Andrew. That's not everybody's dream come true. So he says, do you have any sweatpants? I have gym pants that I wear to the gym, like jogging pants. Somebody says, Andrew, let's call a spade a spade. You're going to go to Cold Stone and quietly run out the door, eat it at home, and be sleeping by 8:30 p.m. You know me too well, Abilify. You know me too well. So he says, wear the jorts to the strip club. wear the jorts, the jean shorts. Peter says, yes, go in there in jorts. All right, guys. I kind of need somebody to accompany me if I am to go to a strip club. Maybe soon. Maybe soon. So he says, you have to lower your standards. So he says, we need Mark in the house. Where's Mark? I don't see Mark here. People are saying Mark, but I don't see Mark. Somebody says, ask Mark if he'll go with. No, I don't want to go with Mark. Major of India says, I'll take you to a strip club. All right, I'll go with you, Major of India. Where are you located? Somebody said, Giant Big Letter says, isn't it weird that the Dino Nuggets are. Yeah, see, I don't like the Dino Nuggets. I have to have the regular shaped chicken nuggets. The Dino Nuggets gross me out. That scares me. I don't like the dinosaur shaped chicken nuggets. So I am frustrated. I haven't had romance in like about 3 years, but I don't know if I want to, hook up with a stripper. I think I want true love. I want true love. Oh, Erie says, tell us about the ghost that visited you last night. So I was watching some TikTok horror videos, and then all of a sudden my keys fell off the table. I was afraid somebody was in my apartment with me. It was really spooky. It was like. But apparently nobody was in my apartment with me. All right, maybe. How expensive are strip clubs? I mean, how expensive are they? Giant Pick Lender says they're very expensive. Yeah. So he says it's like $15 to get in and free on a lot of days. Gordy says there's probably a $40 cover charge, and whatever you do, tip the strippers. Erie says, I'm sensing a demonic presence around 6'5", broad-shouldered. Gender is ambiguous. Dun, 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 dun. So he says, Andrew, there's sex shops in Farmingdale with girls in the back. They will do anything. I don't know. I'm looking for true love with a classy woman, like a classy woman. Somebody says, you're not, yeah. All right, guys, I think I'm going to hit the old Dusty Trail. I know Rusty wants me to do an hour, but I'm losing steam. Major of India says, Andrew, you're 37 years old, unemployed, and you pleasure yourself too much. Lower your standards. Gecko Cujo says, happy trails. Until we meet again. Peace out. Peace out. I'll talk to you all again soon. So he says, you got to work up to the strip club. Work up to the strip club. We'll maybe tomorrow I'll go. Not tonight, though. Peace out. Have a good night.